Good morning, everyone. My name is Tony Booth, the Director of Educational Services, and I'd like to welcome you to our second episode of Supt Talk. Good morning, Mr. Dibberner.
Good morning.
We're very excited to be here this morning in our second episode. If you tuned in last month to our program, you heard Mr. Dibberner talk about the welfare of the school district, what happened over the summertime, and all of the fall and the fall activities, which kind of caught us up. We're already over 1 month into the school year, and we are very, very excited. We've had a wonderful start to that. So with our episode today, we're really going to focus on curriculum and instruction. To my left, I would like to introduce our Director of Curriculum and Instruction, Ms. Maren Bahler, and she is in charge of all curriculum instruction for the district, and we welcome her here today. Maren, why don't you just fill our viewers in a little bit about yourself and your professional background.
Okay. So I received my undergrad degree from Augustana College University down in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I grew up in Byron, and both of my parents are teachers, and my brother is also a teacher. So I come from a field of education and grew up in that background. I then went and received my master's degree at Northwest Missouri State University, and there I was also teaching in Liberty, Missouri, and I taught 4th grade. And then we moved to Minnesota, and I taught for 3 years down in Wanamingo, Minnesota, also teaching 4th grade, before accepting a position out at Eagleview Elementary, which is part of the New Prague district, as the reading specialist for K-5 students. And this past summer, I accepted the position as director, and I'm thrilled to be here and excited for the challenge and opportunity that it's bringing so far.
Wonderful. Mr. Dibberner?
Yeah, well, why don't you let the viewers know, let's talk about your position as a curriculum director. What does that entail, working with teachers and throughout the district? Why don't you talk about your job a little bit?
Certainly. So I work with teachers across our district, pre-K to grade 12, and we look at aligning our curriculum with the standards. The standards are what we teach by, and we plug our curriculum to align with those. And we have curriculum in all areas, and some of it's older and some of it's newer. So with grade levels that are up for adoption, we call that, and helping them seek out new resources and new things that they can use to really engage with their kids and also grow professionally as a teacher as well.
How has technology, advance of technology, affected or influenced the curriculum in our district?
Technology has certainly changed drastically even the past couple years. As New Prague, we've adopted the Chromebooks in our schools, and also looking at getting that down to the elementary levels this next school year. We are looking at expanding our curriculum options, and a lot of our textbooks now are online. And so kids are able to not only access it with their computer at school, but they can also access their curriculum, their resources with their computer wherever they are, whether they're traveling or at home ill. They are still able to access a lot of their materials. The technology also has allowed us to be more engaging with what we teach, and kids are coming to us now more than ever, needing more and more. And so we're finding that with technology, through different apps and through online courses that we can offer, and embedding that technology with what we do in all subjects, in all grade levels, we're really able to meet the needs of our kids while keeping them engaged and enhancing their learning.
Okay. Now your position, your official title is actually Curriculum and Assessment Director. Do you want to talk about assessment and just let the community, parents, students know some of the changes from last year to this year?
Sure. So assessment encompasses a lot of our students, and we have the mandated assessments from MDE, the Minnesota Department of Ed, that we are continually making sure that we are adopting to their changes. They change their emphasis and their requirements yearly, on a yearly basis. One of the biggest changes that we've seen from last year to this year is the ACT is not a required assessment now. Last year it was required for all juniors, and this year it is now an option for students to take that. MDE also let go of requiring the Explore and the Plan test, and the other big change for this year is that all of our MCAs in the spring of 2016 will be adaptive, and so they will progressively move along depending on the student and how well they are doing with the test, and so that will be a new change, especially for our high school students. We're also now testing all online. We'll be testing on our Chromebooks this year, and so kids will be able to test in the comfort of their classroom where they are most comfortable being, and also, now that the tests are online, we get the results basically instantly. So kids know their score within the day that they tested, and they're able to know those results immediately.
And hopefully we won't have any shutdowns here with the
Hopefully.
system like in the
Hopefully.
past. But yeah, it'll be nice that we'll be able to do it all in Google Chromebooks. And obviously with assessment, I mean, it's an annual thing. It really gives us a snapshot if kids are learning after everything takes place here, how much have they learned? And obviously in our new Prague School District, we take a lot of pride in that. And we're a top 10 school district. We're of 389 school districts in the state of Minnesota. We're one of the top 10 in math, reading, and science. So it's really neat to see, even though it is one test.
Right.
There's many other factors that are involved in a child's education to see what their success. But I think it's a good snapshot for us, and very proud of that. So thank you.
I have one more question. Maren, it doesn't say in your title curriculum instruction, but I know, and Mr. Dittberner knows, that you work with high-achieving students also, and those teachers, some would call that gifted. Can you just talk to us a little bit about differentiation for all students within the school district and or class and or even classroom, and for our, our teachers, what it is that they're doing to really try and meet the needs of every student within their class?
Certainly. So our district has been chosen to be a part of the Purdue Total School Cluster Study, and with this we're really focusing on differentiation for all of our students, K-12, and how are we meeting the needs of our kids when they come to us. Really focusing on more small group instruction while also tailoring to what those kids need based on more smaller assessments. And so we're able to really target in and really teach skill by skill and help our kids grow, meeting their needs, and also looking at grade levels across, looking at the classrooms across the grade level. So we can group some of our kids. If kids have different teachers, they can make sure that their needs are met no matter who their teacher is, as we look to train all of our teachers in more comprehensive way through differentiation.
So when we talk differentiation, we're talking about when we talk about the needs of our students, we got kids at different levels. We can't just teach right to the middle.
Right.
We've got kids that need maybe more challenging activities or might accelerate through the curriculum.
Right.
Obviously kids in the middle, and we got kids that need more repetition and reteaching, that type of thing.
Right. So we're really looking at and enhancing our curriculum for all, and ensuring that our high flyers, that our kids that need more are getting more, and that we're continuing to push them higher and beyond, and really push them to their limits, while also supporting our kids that may need a little bit more support, that aren't ready for that push yet, but getting them to be at grade level and to meet the basic standards that Minnesota requires.
Super. Well, thanks, Maren. I mean, there's a lot of changes going on, I think, for the positive, and you're doing a great job, and we appreciate everything you do.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So we'll be right back with a couple more guests. Welcome back, everyone, to our second episode of Supt Talk, and we would like to really thank the first guest, Miss Maren Bahler, our Director of Curriculum and Instruction. What a wonderful job she is doing for our school district. And here to our left, we have a couple students that really can speak to some of the wonderful curriculum classes that are offered within the New Prague High School. I have to my left Miss Julia Bartuszek and Miss Tasha Minar. We welcome both of you to the show.
Thank you.
So let's just real quickly, Julie, we'll start with you. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and then have the microphone to Tasha, and she can do the same.
Okay, my name is Julia Bartuszek. My parents are Mark and Mary Bartuszek. I am a senior at New Prague High School, and I am a captain of the girls' tennis team. I'm involved in all of the performing arts here at New Prague High School, and I'm in emotion. I'm a class officer. I'm in student council, and I'm an officer for National Honor Society.
My name is Tasha Minar, and my parents are Mike and Mary Sue Minar. I am also a senior at New Prague High School, and I am involved in NHS, STARS tutoring, and Proud, and I also play soccer.
Well, wonderful. And girls, what we're here to talk a little bit about today is some of the classes that you're in. And we'll start with Julia first and talk about the college and schools classes. Kind of give us an idea, if you took some as a junior, what they were, and then even as a senior, some of the ones that you're involved in now, and then we'll just kind of throw some questions at you.
Okay, last year as a junior, I took CIS Public Speaking, which was through the University of Minnesota Twin Cities with Mr. Deal. He was the teacher. And then during the spring semester, I was enrolled in CIS Literature with Mrs. Bishop. This year, I am currently in CIS Psychology, which is taught by Mr. Hopke. And in the spring semester, I will be taking CIS Political Science, which is a new course taught by Mrs. Seiler, and CIS Composition, which is taught by Mr. Dubé.
Okay, and when we talk about CIS, there also another name for them, concurrent classes, people might read about in the paper or through our website. Concurrent meaning you're taking classes here, high school, that are taught by our teachers, but they are through the University of Minnesota Twin Cities, for example, or other state colleges. So you can get college credit. So are you picking up college credit then with these classes?
Yep. So far in all my CIS classes, by completing the course, and I think it's getting above a C, you gain the college credit.
Okay. And the difference between that and your other high school classes, or which ones you've enjoyed the most so far?
So far, I've really enjoyed CIS literature with Mrs. Bishop. It was definitely really rigorous, and the material that we studied was very difficult, but I really enjoyed that. And yeah, I just really enjoyed my experience with the CIS classes. It's been really fun.
So Julie, can you talk a little bit about, when we opened up and you introduced yourself, all the different events and things that you're in, activities, how important was that for you to be able to stay within the New Prague schools and participate in all the different activities and be around the school atmosphere, but yet still get college credit?
I've always really valued going to New Prague High School. I think it's a great place to go and to learn, and the environment's just great. And I really, really like the teachers here. They're really great teachers, and it's just a plus that I can take college classes and expand my knowledge before I actually head off into college.
Okay, there's a couple things with Julia now, a couple big things going on. First of all, she was part of the choir group that's sang at the Foreigner concert. I want you to comment on that. And then also, I think it's the best girls tennis team. You're the captain. Best girls tennis team that we've had since I've been here in 13 years. Talk about that. You won your first section match, and just talk a little bit about each.
The Foreigner experience was very, very unique, and I can't even, it was surreal. Being on stage at the Excel Energy Center is something I would definitely never forget, and probably the biggest audience I will ever perform in front of in my entire life. And it was really cool just seeing how all of that works out and performing live at Fox 9. As girls tennis goes, it's been an amazing season. We owe a lot of our thanks to our coach, Anna Borwood. She came on. She actually accepted the position the day before practice started, and she came in with an amazing attitude and such determination and such a hard work ethic that it's really rubbed off on all of us, and we really just want to advance as far as we can and hopefully make it to state. That'd be awesome.
What's your record right now?
In the conference, it was I want to 6-4, I believe.
Okay, and then overall it was
overall we have a winning record.
Yeah.
Yep, we're over 500 by a decent amount.
And what Julie represents too is we talk about the academics, the curriculum there. We talk about the performing arts or the activities that you're in, and then also athletics. And we say the three big A's: academics, athletics, and the arts. We want to be good in all three and have great opportunities for kids. So you do a great job participating, just like we'll go to Tasha now.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you, Julia. So Tasha, kind of the same thing a little bit. You're in what is called a career exploration class with Ms. Dittberner, and we have heard lots and lots about that program. And why don't you kind of tell our viewers a little bit about what the program is like, and then we'll have some follow-up questions for you.
Sure. So I'm in the health career exploration class, and you get to go to the hospital, the clinic, the fitness center, basically everywhere within the Mayo district in New Prague, and you get to shadow the nurses, the doctors, the physical therapist. You get to rotate through pretty much every department in the hospital and everything like that. So it's just been a really great experience because I know that I want to go into nursing.
Okay. So is it for 12 weeks or how many weeks?
It's a full semester.
Oh, it's a full, so 18 weeks?
Yes.
So it's 1 week at each department?
Yes, depending on which department you're in. For the physical therapy, it's physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy, and it's all in 1 week.
Okay.
So you don't get as much during that one.
Okay. And so you want to go into nursing? You're sure
Yes.
about that?
Absolutely.
All right, because I know other students have been through this, and what's cool about that career exploration class is that they might have thought they wanted to be a nurse, and then they do the physical therapy, and
Yeah.
they say, oh, I want, that, and it's very important that way.
Yes, yeah, it is really great because you get to see every aspect of healthcare and you really get to narrow in on what you want to do. So I know that last year there were a lot of students who thought that they were going to go into nursing and then they decided to go into physical therapy or speech therapy or anything like that.
Yeah, so it's a
Yeah.
valuable part of that. What else is entailed in the class besides just shadowing? What else are requirements?
So we have to write journals every day on what we experienced at the department that we were in, and then we also have to give them feedback forms so they get to tell us how we were doing. We have to complete competencies, or what they called, so it's like taking someone's vitals and just basically showing your knowledge that you learned during the time you were in the department. And then we also have a reflection every single week that Ms. Dipburner gives out, where we just kind of have to reflect on our time there, and she usually has specific questions. So last week it was, how would you deliver bad news to a patient or anything like that? So
And then you have an exit interview at the end.
yes, we do.
Okay.
We haven't talked much about it, but I know last year they said it was kind of tough, but
With Mayo, with
Yes.
the representatives from the Mayo Clinic, right?
Yeah.
Or the Mayo Hospital and everything, yeah.
Tasha, for our viewers, is this a semester-long class?
Yes.
Is it a year-long class? Can you take it a year-long class? And if so, are there other businesses within our community that you can do besides the medical field?
yeah. So I know that it's just a semester class. You can take it first semester, second semester, just depending on your other classes and that kind of stuff. There's also just a career exploration class. I know that there are 3 students right now this semester who are doing it. One is at Chart and Scott Equipment. There is another at one of the accounting firms, I think, in New Prague, and then another at the veterinarian clinic in New Prague, too.
Yep. So it's, there's both for both
Yes.
things. Natasha, you're also, we talk about tennis, girls soccer. This is the most winning team we've ever had.
I don't play on the school team.
Oh.
I got injured, but they're having a very good season.
Okay.
It's been really great to go and see
So you've
them be
seen
able
some
to play.
games?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And senior night was a blast. So
Yep. Yeah,
it was
it's
really great.
to
Stinks
see.
that I don't get to play, but
Okay, well, that happens sometimes.
Yep.
Well, we'd like to thank both Julia and Tasha for being here today. And again, we'd just like to highlight the wonderful class offerings that we have through our curriculum department. The teachers, as you both kind of talked to a little bit, and then just these bright students who are going to continue to do well. And we wish you both the best of luck next school year as you go off to
When we're
college.
saying that, just as we end here, where are you looking at for next year? Do you have any idea yet?
I do. I have 3 choices.
Okay.
My top 3 choices. U of M, St. Ben's, and Winona. They'll have
Okay.
really great nursing
I
programs.
have a lot of
so-
money invested in St. Ben's. Okay. Enjoy.
My top choice right now is Butler University
Oh.
in Indianapolis, Indiana, and I would like to become a lawyer one day. And my other 2 options are Marquette University in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and Drake University in Des Moines,
Oh,
Iowa.
all great schools. But can I ask you, why Butler?
They sent me a lot of information, and I mean, it just looked so interesting, and obviously Butler basketball is huge there.
Go Bulldogs.
Yep, there we go. Go Bulldogs. And it just, once I visited there, I just kind of know that that's
Oh, so you
where I
did
fit in.
visit there
Yep,
already.
I did. I took a road trip out there.
Cool. All right.
Julia, Tasha, thank you both very much for being with us today. Very exciting, and wish you the best of luck in the remainder of your school year, and best of luck in the section tennis as we continue
you.
too. We'll be right back with 2 more very special guests. Welcome back, everyone, to the second episode of Supt Talk, and I would like to thank once again Tasha Minar and Julia Bartushik for being with us. Just wonderful young ladies who have done a wonderful job within the New Prague School District, and we wish them the very best as we go. On our left here, a couple of weeks ago, you might recognize their faces from the New Prague Times and social media. We have our homecoming king and queen, Jordan Foley and Cora Barzal. So welcome you two, and thank you for being on Supt Talk.
Hi, thank you.
So I'd just like to ask, Jordan, if you would just introduce yourself, tell everybody a little bit about yourself and some activities that you're in, and then just pass on the microphone to Cora, and she can do the same thing.
Yeah, I'm Jordan Foley. I'm a senior here at New Prague, and activities I'm involved in football, and in the spring I run track. Other than that, yeah, I mean, I like to do shoot trap on the side and stuff like that. So,
Okay.
Cora.
Yeah, I'm Cora Bardazal. I'm also a senior. I play soccer in the fall, so it's going pretty well. I guess I'm in Proud and hopefully NHS. And yeah, otherwise I just like to run a lot. So.
Well, Cora, we'll start with you a little bit as the homecoming queen, but can you, even if you want to include the last couple of years of you being within the high school, but what were some of the highlights, I guess, after 4 years and or even your senior year of homecoming, and what does it kind of mean to you?
Yeah, well, I guess this year was obviously a lot different than previous years, but it's a lot of fun, I guess. Yeah, and I know this year, I guess, being up for homecoming was a lot more intense. But yeah, it's a fun thing to do every year. It's something to look forward to for the start of the school year, so yeah.
Let's talk about your girls soccer team.
Yeah.
Doing well.
Yeah, we're
Were
doing
you in
really
the
well.
season? I was talking to Tosh. I thought she was on the soccer team, but anyway, you've had probably our best season we've ever had in
Yeah.
the 5 or 6 years we've had soccer here.
Yeah, we won last night, so we just broke the record. We're 8-3-4.
Yep.
So, yeah,
Wonderful.
we're doing
And
really
you start your district playoffs or section playoffs
Start next week.
start next week.
So,
Okay,
yeah.
good. And you don't know your seed or who you're
No, we have one more game on tomorrow. So
Okay, you have one
that's, yeah, that's decides our placement.
playing? All right, good.
Yeah.
Well, Jordan, why don't you tell us a little bit about homecoming, what it meant to you, and you're in football, regardless of how the team did, but what that really does mean to you, and maybe even as a football player, what homecoming means with the school spirit.
Yeah, homecoming was great. I mean, it was a great experience from the moment I was told I was royalty. I mean, it was fantastic. Just all the support from your classmates and stuff like that. And I'd say the most memorable moment for me was actually in the parade, and you can just tell the tight-knit community that New Prague has. Going on Main Street, I mean, you see the workers of New Prague coming out to see daycares, just all the locals just coming out. You can really see that the small town kind of bond that we have. And yeah, as a football player, I mean, support from my teammates, it was great. And we've put in a lot of work and practice, and it might not show it in our record, but really we've put in a lot, and we try our hardest every game, and we're improving every week, which is it's nice to see. I don't think winning's everything. I mean, I love being on the field and playing with my friends and stuff like that. So that's been the best part about it for me.
And there's definitely life lessons being learned. I mean, in any activity. That's the most important thing about being in sports or the arts. After-school activities is the lessons that are learned, and the sacrifice, the commitment, the teamwork, self-discipline, all those things are going to pay off no matter what your record is, and you just got to keep that in perspective.
Right.
We should talk about Jordan. Jordan comes by this naturally, getting on this homecoming thing. His parents were homecoming royalty, right?
That's correct, yeah. My dad, he's originally from Lakeville High School, and he was royalty too. He ended up not winning, but...
You can rub that into him. But Mom...
But yeah, my mom, she's Vicky Foley. She's out of Henderson, and she was queen back in '87, I want to say.
87.
So, yeah, I mean, I guess I get the mom genes more on that one. But
The winter genes. How about Cora?
Yeah, both of my parents were up, and my dad won, so I
You
got my
did?
dad genes, yeah.
Not that I'm surprised.
Were they in the same year, same class?
They were. I don't know
Were they
anything.
dating?
Yeah, high school sweethearts.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. We come to an end here. What are your experiences at high school? You want to talk about your favorite classes, and then maybe why don't you talk about what your future plans,
Okay.
any idea what that's going to be?
Yeah, well, my favorite class, I guess, right now, over my whole high school, like the 4 years, is
multicultural literature with Mrs. Bishop. It's she's so great in the classroom, and everyone knows that. She just loves what she does, and it feeds off on everyone else.
Okay.
And my future plans, I don't know where I'm going yet. Hopefully the U, but I want to be a third grade teacher, so elementary education. Yeah,
Awesome.
it's pretty exciting.
Always meet great teachers.
Absolutely. Jordan?
Yeah, so for school, classes that I really love so far are just my social studies classes. I really like Minnesota history. That kind of just brings a perspective. You learn a lot about New Prague in there and stuff like that, how the town came to be, just Minnesota in general. I mean, that's been great. Current social issues, learning about our world today and what's going on out there. And I really have an interest in marketing and business, investing in my future, stock market and stuff like that. A lot of stuff that I just find interesting and can apply. And as for after high school, I've been looking at UMD in Winona. I plan on majoring, I'm not 100%, but something in advertisement would be something that I'd be interested in. And yeah, so we'll see what the future holds there.
Good.
Good. Well, we definitely wanted to have our homecoming king and queen on Supt Talk, so we thank you both for getting out of class and being here with us today, so congratulations.
Hopefully we'll improve our ratings.
But that brings closure to the second episode of this 2015-2016 school year of Supt Talk. You can watch it on the City Access channel and also on the New Prague School District website. So for all of our guests today, we thank you very, very much, and we'll see you in approximately 3 weeks.